In this short video, I'm going to give a general overview of the video functionality within Xinet version 17. For the presentation, I'm going to be using the transition style that is available from IO integration, but the functionality that I'm showing is available in the core Xinet product, and it's available through the standard templates such as Exhibit and House. So on my desktop I have my server volume, and on my server volume I have a folder called TV Spots. If I open that up, you'll see I've got an assortment of lots of different video formats. I have Swift banner ads, I have MP3 audio files, I have even ProRes format, which is the native format that comes out of Final Cut Pro. I have MPG, I have MOV, MP4, Flash, AVI, etc, etc. So from the web browser, if I log in with my username and password, and you have the Xinet video module enabled on your server, then you are able to navigate to that same folder within the web browser, and you will actually see all of those videos inside the browser. Now, not only do you see them, you actually see inside the videos. So essentially, as soon as you store a video on the Xinet server will take that video, it will open it up, and it will then extract keyframes when it detects a scene change within that video. Xinet does that automatically, and the administrator of the server gets to set the threshold levels. So it can extract more keyframes or less keyframes depending on your requirements. The great thing about this, the main benefit, is that you are able to view inside videos without having to play them, so it's a big time saver if you've got lots of video content. The other great thing about this is it allows you to also use all of the functionality that you have on your print files inside videos. So for example, you can tag these files with metadata, you can search on them, you can also use triggers and actions, and you can use all of the asset timer. All of those types of functionalities are available on video as well. Okay, so if you did want to play the video, you have the option here to stream the file. And when you click on stream, I'm just going to turn my volume down, you'll see that it streams that video straight into the web browser for you, and you can see the content of that video. Below that, you also have different options of different sizes and resolutions that you can stream that video at as well. Okay, going into this a little bit deeper, if you want to, you also have the ability to click on the actual video itself, and when you do that, it will take you to all of the extracted keyframes, and you can actually use the annotation tool and annotate on the selected keyframes. You can use the info tool to get all of the information about the video. Now with video, it pulls out a lot of information. It pulls out, for example, the codec, the bitrate, the duration, the format, the language, the channels. All of that information is available instantly as soon as you place the video onto the server. The other great feature that you have in here is the optional videos tab, and if you select that, this gives you all of the options that you can select to download that video in. So for example, I want a version of this video, but I want it for the iPhone 3G. I select that option here, I click on download, and when I do that, you'll see that it instantly downloads that video straight to my desktop, and here it is ready to play. Now the great thing about that is it means that essentially you don't have to have your clients waiting for the video to be transcoded. As soon as it's stored on the Xinet server, those versions are made instantly available and are stored in the Xinet database ready for download straight away. The other areas that we should talk about in here is obviously we have the ability to look at all the frames with the timeline next to them, so you can go through the frames here. If there's any text content on the video and it's on a layer, it will pull that text information out as well, and you also have the ability to use the versioning tool through triggers and actions. So let's go back to our video folder, and let's also look at some other formats here. So we also have a Swift banner ad. And as you know, if you're an interactive agency, you create thousands of these banner ads a day. And the hardest thing about them is for people to be able to view them, they need to open them up in something like Flash, which is sometimes a bit of a problem, especially for your clients. So essentially, you get the same functionality as a video. You can sort of go through the steps of the banner ad being created, or you can literally click onto the Swift banner ad and it will take you into the media viewer, and then essentially you can do the annotation as well onto the tools, and you've got your info and your metadata in there too. Now the other thing you can do as well is you can actually stream the Swift banner ad. So if I click on stream file, it actually renders its own layer of HTML into the browser and streams that Swift banner ad for you directly in the browser. So it's a great way for delivery for your clients to be able to view the Swift banner ads inside the Xinet environment. Okay, let's go back to the folder again, and in here we have an audio file, an MP3. If you have any artwork attached to an audio file, Xinet will allow you to have that preview as well. Okay, some of the other functionality, Xinet also supports HTML and URL weblog files. So if I go to this folder here called website, we have two folders. If I go to this folder here, you'll see that we have lots of different URLs or weblogs which are pointing to various websites out in the internet. So essentially you could come onto your server, you can just grab a URL like this, store it onto your Xinet server, and providing the server has access to the internet, it will go away and it will pull previews from that URL. So here I have one for Marks & Spencer, which is a company in the UK. And when I click on that, you'll see that it's got the preview of that website. Now you'll also notice that over here, it's telling me that there's 4 different transitions inside that one web page. So this main image here changes 4 times. So it not only does it do it, it actually pulls out all of those different renditions of that image that should be placed there. So that's a weblog and a URL file. The other thing that it supports is standard websites. So if you have any HTML pages, you'll see I've got some HTML pages here. If you click onto them, it will allow you to render the HTML in the browser, and from there you can use the annotation tools. And the other great feature is the linked files. If you click on linked files, it actually shows you all of the other elements that are being used on that website. So this image is being used on that web page, and these are the other HTML pages that are linked to this particular HTML page here. That's a very short overview of the video module. I'm also going to create another video which shows you how you can do show reels using the video functionality, and that will also be stored with this video.